A car with a mass of 1,500 kilograms and a velocity of 35 meters per second brakes to a stop at a distance of 50 meters. Find the force the brakes apply to stop the car. And what type of force is this? So first let's write down the information we're given. We're given mass is 1,500 kilograms. We're given the initial velocity is 35 meters per second. We know it's the initial velocity because that's the velocity he's going with before the brakes are applied. We know the final velocity is 0 meters per second because he comes to a stop. And we know that his change in distance, or his displacement, is 50 meters. And he wants to find the force. Well, the problem with that is the only equation we have so far that has force also has acceleration. We don't know the acceleration, so we have to find the acceleration before we can find the force. So let's find the acceleration. We have Vf, we have Vi, we have delta D. So we can use the equation acceleration equals Vf squared minus Vi squared divided by 2 times delta D. And since we're solving for acceleration, we don't have to do any algebra. We simply plug in our numbers. So acceleration equals Vf, which is 0, squared, minus 35 meters per second squared, divided by 2 times 50 meters. Okay, so we're going to put this in our calculator, and we have, obviously we don't have to do the 0, but we're going to do 35 squared, and now you'll notice the negative is outside the parentheses, so it's 35 squared, and now it's negative because it's 0 minus that, and we're going to divide by 2 times 50, which is 100, and so that gives us an acceleration of negative 12.25 meters per second squared. Now, in the question it was just 35, so that's 2 significant figures. This 50 meters is only 1 significant figure though, so I need only 1 significant figure. So I'm going to round that to A equals negative 10 meters per second squared. Now that I know my acceleration, I can find my force, because force equals mass times acceleration, and my mass is 1,500 kilograms, so force equals 1,500 kilograms times my acceleration, negative 10, so negative 10 meters per second squared. So 1,500 times a negative 10, my force is a negative 15,000 newtons. Now, if I need 1 significant figure, this would be a force of a negative 10,000 newtons, or negative 1 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 to the 4th newtons. Now the second part of the question says, what type of force is this? Well, the brakes are making it stop. This is a frictional force.